Hello, 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 hello. It is Friday. Oh my god. The last day of the work week. Wow. Welcome, Araka. Hope you have a good day. Today, we're gonna do something really cool. We're gonna actually finally, after so long, all the scenes are animated, they're refined, they're perfected, you could say. Maybe not perfect, but as good as I want them to be. So yeah, today we're gonna go ahead and put them all together and create the final look, basically. Actually, I want to correct that and probably not put it all together, because I need to be able to do that, I need to render each scene in multiple layers, which I actually unfortunately haven't done yet. So I've done it for a few, so we can go through a cool, like the first one cool part where we can go through and do the workflow, so we can get an idea for it. And then afterwards, of course, I'm gonna do the rest, basically. So yeah, first we're gonna go through the kind of how I set up the layers, and then we can go into DaVinci to to do the compositing. So first of all, ooh, hello. So yes, you can see here, this is one of the scenes that I part of the animation, obviously. And yeah, I want to start basically by going through how I want to set these up in layers. So basically, for each of these scenes, to make it a bit easier for my compositing, I wanted to separate each scene into individual elements, so that I can target them in compositing a little bit more. I guess how I want to target them we can talk about a bit later, but just to give you an idea for why I want to do that. For example, for scene 7, I think I've done this already, yes. Scene 7, for example, this is the base scene. Actually, no, this is not the base scene, this was just the raw animation, so that doesn't really show anything. But basically what I want to have now in each of these scene folders is these 4 folders. These 4 folders are basically the individual layers for each, for the scene. So we have background, pretty simple. We have the colors. So basically, just a PNG of this. Yeah, the colors, right? The fill, then the line art right here. There you go. You can see, ta-da! Basically, just the line art of everything. And then lastly, the smears too. So, there are different layers for different scenes. So some, for example, have line art as well as VFX, as well as the colors, as well as the background. So it depends on what layers you have per scene. Depends on what kind of folders you have in the end, of course. But of course, in this case, for example, we have these 4. And then in the compositing software, I can just put them all together in the order that I want them to be. And then everything looks, how it's supposed to look. But I can make sure that, for example, if I adjust, I don't know, I want to make his eyes glow, for example. I can make sure that that happens to this layer, but then, for example, not for for the background layer. I could, for example, also say oh, this color is supposed to glow and then nothing else is supposed to glow. But of course, it's easier if the layers are already separated, so that's why I did it this way. Yeah, so basically now let's go through the same process for this scene. Maybe for a few, maybe we can do the first half is going to be setting up the layers, and then the second half could be compositing, just so that we can fill this this stream. I don't know how long this is actually going to take, so I couldn't really tell you if this how long this is going to take in total. The rendering takes a bit, so that's definitely one thing that might that can take a lot of time. I don't know exactly. Compositing could also take a bit, because I just want to experiment a bit. I haven't fully determined the final look yet, but yeah, we'll get there when we get there. Okay. Welcome everybody. Welcome Liam. Welcome Coco. You use Nuke? Nope. Welcome DV. Connect? Yes. So let's set this up. This is kind of also how you set up is that actually no, I don't set it up how you would set up render layers. If you were to have, like, for example, a very complex scene, you want to, for example, render, and for example your PC crashes when you render the whole image, you can separate the object into individual layers and then render them one after the other. That can make rendering, for example, faster or even just possible. But there you work a bit differently. But I guess it's kind of going in that direction. So yeah, let's set it up for this. So basically, the first thing I also always want to do is basically go through this and see. Oh, hello. What is this? Display. I need to set this down to 0. Why not? Basically, what I want to do first is see, like, in what layers I can separate this. I think for this one, it's fairly simple. So for example, we have these two characters, right? We have the line art, which is always a separate layer. Then we have the colors of these two, right? The Suzanne is not going to be visible in the render. And then we have the background in this case, which for example would be the floor here. I think the shadows being on the floor on the background layer is fine. And then the other layer that we then also have is this one right here with the VFX right here. There you go. So we're going to have that as a separate layer too. So the way that I like to set this up is to actually create you know, the collections for it here too. If I hide this for a second, boom, you can see this here, right? These are my collections right now, but we need to kind of sort them a bit more for the layers. That's how I like to set this up. So let's say we have like 4 layers here. We can call them like BG for background. I don't know why I make this one big, but I just make this one big for some reason. Also in the final folder then. This one is going to be, for example, colors. This one is going to be line art. Oops, let's call this line so there's no number behind it. There you go. And then this one's going to be VFX. Also, to set them apart from the rest, I like to give them certain colors. Lines, I think I usually do green, background is blue, and then colors is red. There you go. And then we can sort them however we need them. The skybox isn't really visible in this shot, so we don't need that at all. The easiest one, I guess, to determine is the base ground, which is basically, you know, just the ground. So we could put that here. Okay, there you go. So this is the base ground. So we could theoretically hide everything else already and then render the background, but we don't need to do that right now. Okay, so then we have the colors. So the colors, I think pretty simple, basically just the models, including the overpainting that we've done. Which you can't see me right now, but that's kind of the point. I could move my cam, but then I would have to move it back, and that's kind of fiddly, so I don't want to do that. Actually, hold on, never mind. I have a setup for that. This is the base, and then ooh, boom, I'm down here. Okay, so yes, so we have this. We have the background already set up here. Now we have the line art collection here, for example, which includes the overpainting. The thing is with the overpainting that it's basically a overpainting, meaning that you fix anything that is visual in the shot, which includes not only the fill or like the colors, but also the line art itself. So this one's kind of like a weird gray zone object. So I like to put that one out of the line art collection, just kind of into the scene here in none of these collections. So I have it like available no matter where, you know, like which collection is kind of currently supposed to be rendered. And then I can just take the line art here, put it into lines. And then if I check this, I can see whether all line art is here or not. Especially here. We go here and then check. I think that's right. And then for this, for example, if I render the line art, I would hide the color layers. If I want to render the colors, I would hide the line art. And that's how you can kind of do that. I guess you could also separate these, like overpainting line art, overpainting color if you wanted to. But I haven't done that here, so I couldn't really do that here. The next one that's I think oh right, yeah, the line art is basically done. Next one is the colors. So we have the Deadpool and Wolverine models, of course. Those are creating the colors right in between the line art lines. So we're going to put those into colors. If we were to hide this, for example, you can see this is basically the line art including the overpaint. And if I hide, for example, the overpaint fill, you can see this is only the layers, the line art now. So this is basically, those are the colors, which is nice. And then I guess you could also duplicate the overpaint and then create one where this is hidden, create the other where that is hidden if you wanted to do that. But if you ever wanted to edit this again, you would have to delete one again. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. Unfortunately, you can't control, like, I don't know. You can't control these from this window, unfortunately, but whatever. Yes, so we have the colors, we have the lines, we have the background, then we have the VFX. VFX is pretty simple. We just have the, what is this? Who knows? What is the NURBS path? Ah yes, this thing. Okay, so we have this first of all, which of course this line, which is also a VFX. And then we have the shockwave circle VFX. So if you hide this, we can see the VFX is in this collection. Nice. I guess this is kind of like a camera, so we could move this. Actually, no, there's motion blur lines here too. Wait, do we need these? No. Oh, there's something missing. True. Hold on. There's the empty has this, which we actually need to also put into the VFX. Basically, after the scene, it goes into this forward movement, right? And then to simulate kind of like motion blur and fast movement, I added this, just like this basic plane here in front of the camera, which moves basically over there with the camera, like this, right? Pretty simple. I need to put that, of course, into the VFX too, which should be in here now. Good. So if I hide this, the VFX is hidden too. Nice. Okay. So, that is good. And then I can move this basically into the camera thing. Maybe. I don't know if that's going to work. I guess we'll try. If I move this now, all of this. Does that work if I move this to the camera? There you go. I guess so. Okay. Good. Okay, it's because this is actually the camera that I'm using here. Might as well put it into the camera collection. Okay. And then overpainting is fine there. Okay, so let's see what we can render first. I guess the easiest one to render is just the background. So let's just hide everything else. Oh, also, of course, something important here now. Oops, why is Deadpool hidden? Oh, he's gone. That's why. There you go. One important thing here for the... Let's hide this one too, just to make sure. For the background, of course, is we have shadows this time. So we can actually not just take the colors and hide them, because then the shadows are gone too. But of course, we need the shadows. But what we can do is we can go into the collection and say... I think it's indirect only. The thing is, it doesn't work. There's a little weird thing about collections that you have to be aware of. So there are two things you can do with objects that are not supposed to be visible, but still affect the layer that you want to render. One way you can do that is by basically just kind of hiding. If, for example, there's like a, you have like this hand and then you have this hand, you have these two in different layers, right? What you might want to do is you have this hand. You want to render this hand, but this hand shouldn't be, rendered in the same layer. What you could do, for example, is take this hand and make it what would you say? You make it a holdout, basically. So basically, wherever this is on this layer that you're trying to render, you're gonna hide it. So if you were to do this here, for example, you can go into the Deadpool layer collection, and if I tick this holdout, you can see now basically if I enable film. Transparent, there you go. You can see everywhere where all parts that are in this collection are here. The background is basically transparent. Basically that is where transparency is supposed to be. Another way you can use this is for shadows. So you can make something, you can keep the shadows of an object while not rendering the object. And the way you can do that is, I think, with indirect only. Never mind. It should work that way. Yeah, see, object and collection only contribute indirectly through shadows and reflections in the view layer. So theoretically, Deadpool right now should be hidden, and then only show, the shadows basically. But that doesn't work right now for some reason. Maybe because we have to do it for each individual thing here, which actually is already the case. No, it's not. If we go into each one, like for example his body, There you go. Do we have to do that here too? Might be a bit annoying, but I guess maybe. So here we could also enable holdout, but that's not really what we want, right? We only want to make... where would you do that? It should be somewhere here. Ah, there you go. Ray visibility, camera, nope, but shadow, yes. You can switch between the two. So you want to, I guess, unhide raise visibility camera for each of these, and that should basically do this. It's kind of annoying that it doesn't really just work by ticking the collection, but whatever. Looks like scripting more than compositing. Scripting would be writing code, which I'm not doing right now, so I don't know how that looks like scripting. It's the early part of it. Yeah, it's just code. It's just compositing. Compositing means setting it up into different layers and then putting it back together. How long have you been using Blender? 5 years. There you go. Since 2019. 5.5 years. Okay. Yeah, so I guess I have to do that for everything, which is kind of annoying. And I want to see if I can, if I just do something wrong here, maybe there's, yeah, let's see if I can do it differently, because it should work by just going to the collection settings and then saying indirect only. But of course you can see nothing happens. What if we, oh, hold on. What if we do this? So first of all, if you tick hold out, no, if you take this one, set it to hold out, you can see this. If I now hide this, okay. What about if I do indirect only? Wait. Wait, what? I'm confused right now. Okay, wait a second. Where did I tick hold out? Why is this one still held out? I'm confused. Something is weird. Is it the body? No. There it is. Okay, so what if I set this to indirect and then hide it? Doesn't work. Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's so weird. Okay, whatever. So I guess I would have to do this for all meshes, which is kind of annoying, but let's see if there's like if that's an issue or whatever, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. Blender collection indirect only not working. Yes, this exactly. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Welcome, Eli. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Or do you have to tick both? No, that's weird. No. Yeah, these are two different things. Mascot objects in collection from view layer, and then objects in the collection only contribute indirectly. So there's an issue before that I encountered where, for example, if I go to the colors, theoretically, if you go to the colors, for example, and you tick holdout, it should just make everything in the collection a holdout, but that doesn't work for some reason. What you have to do is you have to go to the lowest collection, like here, for example, to the gear, right? No, for example, to outlines. I can go to outline, you can see. There are some meshes in the collection outline. So if I hit now holdout, you can see the body, the shoes and stuff is gone, but the gear is still visible. What I would have to do is have to go into each one of these, like shoulder strap, hold out, katana, hold out. Do that for each one of these, which is kind of annoying, but something to be aware of. But I'm also thinking maybe that's kind of similar to indirect only. You can see if I tick this, nothing happens. But also if I tick this, where something should happen, see, hold on. Actually, hold on. No, here. So whole that works, but indirect doesn't work, even though there are meshes here. I guess I have to go to each mesh now and do this, which is kind of annoying, but I guess I'll have to do it. So let's just do it real quick. Theoretically, wait, isn't there a way to tick like boxes or like settings for multiple? Oh no, I have to do this, right? Yeah, so even if I go to the body where you can see body settings. Oh, that's the collection settings. Okay, never mind. Here, so if I tick all of these, select all of these, then I hold Alt and press camera. Oh, okay, hold on. How do you select or like change the same settings on all the selected objects again? On all selected objects. Pressing, I thought it's Alt, but it doesn't work because it just lets you scroll, which might be because I'm using third button mouse. So let's see if I disable this, which is annoying, but there you go, emulate 3-button mouse. If I do that, for example, does it work now? Aha. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to remember to enable that again. Okay. So, that's hidden. Then the gear. I guess what I could do is say gear. Select objects. Wait. Yes, select objects. Which should theoretically select everything in here. Yes. And then if I select this one main. Oh, that doesn't work. This one main. I could theoretically. Oh. I would have to also library override all of these. There you go. And then I should be able to say this one. Boom. Good. Okay. Last thing missing, I guess, are the shoes. Oh, they didn't get changed. Oh, right. I know why. For some reason. There you go. Good. And then, boom. Good. So the shadows are here. Now we do the same for Wolverine. Let's just hide these because they're freaking me out. The controller monkeys. Okay. Yes. So we have this here. I guess we go in here. Or what we could do theoretically is just go in here to the select collection. Say select objects. Select all objects in the collection basically. And then we go to one of... Oops. I need to press control. There you go. Say library override make selected so that all of them are editable in this case here, in this section. And then ray visibility, camera off. There you go. And then everything is here. Nice. One thing I'm noticing right now is a gun right here, which probably shouldn't be there. So let's see. Is that behind? Let me check the render real quick. 13. Okay. Ah, there's the gun. I don't even know where that gun is. I think it's somewhere floating in the air, maybe? It should be the second gun, the other one that isn't visible. So maybe we can just hide that one in the render and that should fix it. So if we go in here, Deadpool gear. And then we have the guns. Should be the left gun, right? There you go. So we just hide it and that should fix it. The holster can stay. Okay, good. So that is the shadows, and then the background looks pretty good now. Anything else that is still in here that doesn't or isn't supposed to be here? Nope. Good. So now we can just go in here to the render settings. We can use JPEG since there's no transparency, and just say frames, create a new folder, which would be background, and then say scene 13 underscore BG. There you go. Good. Let's render this. Render animation. And then if we look at this, you can see here, we should be able to see, if I refresh, or we can see here the folder being created. Yeah, that's a good, that's a useful thing to do, or to know how to, I guess, edit a path where you want to save your files. basically, you know, like the backslash here is creating a, like, you're entering what is in front of the backslash. So you enter here, you enter frames, and then you also enter underscore background, and then you want to save the file as scene13bg. If there was another backslash in the end here, it would create a folder that would be called scene13bg. But of course, in this case, the file is supposed to have this name, so we don't want to have a backslash there. Also, if these if this folder, for example, underscore bg doesn't exist yet, it's just being created, so you don't have to do it manually, which is also very useful. Yeah. That orange thing is carrot. No, it's just a door stopper that I printed, but that doesn't work. Can you put the webcam on the top left? Oh, right, you didn't see the setting that I changed, right? I guess I could move this one, since this one's not that important. Hold on, can I do this? Okay, hold on. How do I flip this? Hold on. Oh. There should be filters. There you go. Okay. There's no way that it's so hard to flip this image. Filters. Transform. There you go. Flip horizontal. Ooh. And then I move it up here. There you go. That should be a good spot. Okay. Now you can actually see what I'm doing. I want to learn how to create my own 3D animation. Can you teach me? Can you say something about that? I've been watching your live. I cannot teach you. I don't have time for that, unfortunately. But there are, you know, there's enough resources, whether it's free or not free, that you can check out to learn everything that I know. Everything that I know is I've learned through almost everything, 95% I would say, through free videos, resources, or whatever. So if I can do it, you can do it too. Okay, so let me show you what I adjusted here. I guess I could just go in here now and just select select all objects, right? And then if we go into the object settings, you can see it here. I need to make sure that I select a certain object. Oh, I shouldn't probably select the rig. So let's do it for them individually. Okay, so select objects. There you go. I've selected all objects, but none of them are the active objects since none of them is highlighted in yellow. So I press Control, left click on this. So this is the highlighted object, which we can then adjust the settings for. And here you can see ray visibility, camera, and shadow. So if I hide shadow, you can see it hides the shadow, and then for the camera, it brings him up. So we do the same for Wolverine. There you go. Manual lines we don't need. Oh, wait a second. No. Okay, interesting. Okay, whatever. So Wolverine. Just select, oops, this here, select objects. Okay, they're all selected, including the teeth. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and then we enable ray visibility again, which didn't work for some reason. Oh no, I guess maybe we just do it in here again. Maybe these didn't work for some reason. Yep, you can see, oh, I know why. Never mind, I need to do it again. I forgot to press Alt. There you go. Make it twice so it's all this. Okay, good. There you go. Everything's back to normal, hopefully. Good. So we have the background. If we look at this now, it looks like this. Ta-da! Background is here. Boom. Good. So now let's do the colors. Background can go. We want to have transparency, of course. So we have to set this film transparent on. And now we can go to the colors which are all here already, so we don't need to do anything except enable overpainting. Here we need to also show the DP fill, W fill, but not the line art. So hide the line art, and now we have this. Good. I think there's something I want to check real quick, just to make sure that it's all properly set up. Sometimes I forget to change these layers, and then I draw something that is supposed to be infill in line art in the line art layer. So just real quick to make sure that there's no line arts in the fill and no fill in the line art. I want to just go in here real quick and go into draw or edit mode. Okay, edit mode is on. There you go. And I basically just want to make sure that, oh, I can't go in edit mode. I need to do draw mode. Draw mode, and then tick this one, multi-frame. What this does is it allows me, if I select this, to see all the keyframes that are here, right? And then it allows me to basically go in here and, for example, select all of these. And now I can see everything that I have drawn on, like all frames at once. And now I can see whether there's any, for example, for the line art, it might be easier to see. Oh, there's nothing in line art. I guess I haven't added any line art here. Yeah, whether basically there's any line art. Oh no, there is some line art. Is there? No, there's not. Okay, interesting. Basically, yeah, I want to see if there's line art, like colors in line art or line art in colors. It doesn't seem like that's the case, so it's all good. We can bring this back again, and then enable colors again. There you go. Making sure that the render is set to 6. Good. And then I think everything is here. I want to hide the monkeys again, just to make sure that nothing goes wrong. There you go. The teeth are... Oh, right. There's another thing I need to do. So you can see here, if that happens, right, you can see that he all of a sudden goes under the floor, but of course the floor is hidden right now. So we can't just hide the floor. We have to turn this, for example, now into a... Oops. So we can go to collection now and say hold out. So now Deadpool, even though he's underneath the ground, he's hidden because the ground creates a mask behind it, basically. There you go. And now this is fixed too. See, if I go here to the background and I say hold out on or off. Oh, wait a second. There you go. No, that doesn't work. So if I only hide the background, you can see Deadpool and the teeth down here. But if I do this and tick hold out, you can see Deadpool is gone. So that's kind of the important thing to keep in mind there. Okay, yes. So let's, I think all the colors are here. Looks pretty good. Yep, good. This looks kind of weird, but maybe, did I have everything enabled? Yes, okay, good. If I do this, you can see the changes. Okay, so now we did go in here, set this to color. Same here. Our colors, there you go, that's what I made them all. Good. I want to have kind of the same folder structure for each scene, so I want to make sure that they're all have the same colors, same names. And then set this to PNG, RGBA, there you go. And render. See, no worse than new folder. Here it is, colors, and images are being created. This might take a bit longer since these are high resolution measures, but we only have 65 frames, so it shouldn't be that long. Did you ever monetize anything using Blender? Yes. You could check my Patreon shop if you want to see that in the description. Are there any environment or is it just plain background? For most of it, it's basically just, yeah, basically just like a ground and then the sky. I thought about adding a background, but I would have done that after all the scenes are done, and then the idea for the background that I had would have meant that I would have to adjust a lot of the scenes manually for it to work, and I thought I would rather just, you know, work on, or like, make sure that the characters look right, then also adding an environment. Will the final background be modeled later or something? Nope. It's already done. So much going on. I'm watching like monkey watching magic trick. Yeah, I thought about the render paths too, render layers. But when I tried using them, setting them up so that they immediately save them all individually in individual folders, it didn't work. Maybe I was probably just setting something up like wrongly. But yeah, I mean, this doesn't work. This doesn't take too much longer, I would say. So just so we can get through this, I'm going to do it this way. Show current animation. I can't. They're all being rendered right now. You can check out the final animation when the video releases. In 2 weeks. Have you upgraded your PC to... what is that? 24-hour to Windows 11? But there's some performance improvement. You mean like the news update? Maybe. I don't know if there was an update recently. I don't think so. I don't know what I think. I just let the auto update do its thing. I don't know what's it called? What version I'm on. But yeah. Okay. Colors are there. Hopefully, yeah, there they are. So now we have the colors. Let's do the line art, which should be pretty easy to set up. Just switch this to line art and then switch lines on and the colors off. Make sure that the background is set back to non-holdout. There you go, and hide it. And then yeah, that should be everything. Let's just check real quick. Boom, good. Okay. So, same again. Call it line art and folder line art and render image. New folder. There it is. Line art. Good. We have 65 frames, and if we look at this, we're on frame 10. When do you stream? This is going to be the last stream for the foreseeable future. So at this point, after the stream, I will have basically streamed this whole project. And then I'm gonna, work on the video. Off stream. So this is gonna be the last stream. And I can't tell you when I will stream again. Because I don't have any plans for that at the moment. 1x1 layer exporting going on? Yes. So there is a way, for example, to... I guess we could try setting it up again. The thing is, maybe it could work. I guess we could try setting it up again. Just to see if I can see what I did wrong last time. Okay. Yeah. There you go, that's the line art. And now we have the VFX last. Lines can go. You can see this is once again underneath the ground. So we need to set this to hold out again. There you go. Lines are hidden, overpaint can go. And good. If you go through this, we can see, boom, and it's gone. Good. Let's set this again. Line art called VFX. And then here we call it VFX2. Good. Did I call it big VFX or small VFX? I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but I want to know. Small VFX, okay. Big background, small VFX. Okay, that should be good. Let's render it again. Looks like you can manage the view layer render outputs. And yes, I know. I have tried that before, and what happened is that it rendered, it still rendered them, but it still combined them all together as well, for some reason. We're gonna try it again, just because I wanna set myself a goal to. I've heard something really. Well, like I watched a few things yesterday. And one of the main goals that I have now at this point, or like for the future, is to maximize output. Or like productive work basically means maximizing. Or like productive work means every kind of task or work that produces what you're trying to do. In my case, I guess it would be like the highest order would be like getting more views, I guess. And then below that would be then creating more videos, right? So I'm trying to find now, I'm trying to get more into the mindset of like, how can I make this as fast as possible? And for example, before at some point for example, with the fill bucket in, I think 2 streams ago or so, I tried the fill bucket tool, for example, once. Didn't work as well as I thought it would, right? Or didn't work. I was confused, and then I just said, you know what, screw it, and I'm just gonna do it manually. But then we played around with it a bit more, a bit later, like a few minutes later. Somebody said, hey, you know, have you tried the fill bucket tool? And I was like, you know, let's just give it another shot, right? And then the second time, it actually worked out, right? And I understood it, and now I can actually work much faster just because I understand actually how the fill bucket tool works. And maybe it's gonna be the same case here, where I just need to look at it again and just figure it out, and then in the future I can save like hours of time. So yeah, we will check it out again, just so yeah, we can make sure that I haven't just missed anything the last time I tried it. Yeah, basically. If there's an add-on you really like but it stopped updating to newer versions, would you stay at that version or update and find another add-on that works similarly? I don't. So that's the thing. That's why I don't reuse that many add-ons, so that I don't run into that issue. Like the chance of running into that issue is smaller. And I think there are a few tools. Actually, so there are a few add-ons that haven't been updated, but they still work. If there's one, what I would probably do is I would see in which part of the process I need that tool. So for example, there's a tool that is like insane, really good. My favorite tool out of all tools that I've probably ever used, that are not like already pre-installed in Blender, like Node Wrangler and stuff. That is called, what's it called again? Oh, Soft Wrap. Basically, you can take a model. Let me show you what it looks like. I guess I just have to show you video, and then you'll probably understand. It's basically a retopology tool, but you can, yeah, let's see this. So this is Soft Wrap. Okay. And what it does is, there you go. You can use it for, it's kind of mainly meant for retopology. And this is what it does, okay? You go in here. You have the rough sculpt, right? And then you have a retopologized, or like a base mesh, for example. Blender, for example, has base meshes that you could use for that. You don't have to buy one, for example, or make one yourself. And then you have the soft wrap thing over here, right? You determine the retopologized mesh, the one that you basically wanna, that you want to use the geometry from, and then you also select the sculpt where you want to take the shape from. Afterwards, you kind of just place them however you want. Doesn't really matter that much. You could place them like right on top of each other, or you can do it in a different way, but I think that's being shown a bit later. And then basically what you just do is basically like shrink wrapping, but in real time, and kind of shrink wrapping and cloth simulations combined. So basically what you do then is you say, hey, let shrink wrap this retopologized mesh, the base mesh, onto this model, and this way you can basically copy the shape from the sculpt to that retopologized mesh. And then you can do a few things like masking out like the mouth area, for example, so that that doesn't get shrunk wrap to the outer surface, for example. This is kind of a not the great example, not the best example. But then you can also use like these pins, for example, which allow you to kind of shape the geometry and move them a bit better in different directions. And yes, if we, oh, this one is a good example, I think. So here, for example, we have, oh my god, we have the hand mesh, and then we have a base like a retopologized hand here. So if you wanted to retopologize the scope, you would have this hand base mesh, go in here, set it up properly, or like at least sort of, right? You select the retopologized mesh or base mesh, then the scope mesh, hit start, so it starts wrapping. Doesn't do anything, right? And what it allows you, as you can see here, it allows you to kind of move things around, kind of like cloth in midair without any gravity. So you can move this around, for example. Right now he has set it up so that there's no shrink wrapping strength, so you can put it in place. So once that is in place, you can see then he enables snapping strength, and it basically automatically kind of snaps onto the surface. You can set it to like max strength, which is what he's done now, and then you can kind of adjust it until it looks good. Yeah, this one's probably my favorite tool for retopology, because you can get a base mesh from anywhere, and then you can just retopologize like insanely fast with good topology. Yeah, so you can see it here again, see, snapping, and then whoop, and then it, yeah, it works. So this is probably my favorite tool. I think it hasn't been updated for a while now, but it still works for 4.2. If this wouldn't work, for example, in 4.2 and it only works in 4.1, what I would do is I would, for example, when I want to retopologize, for example, this, I would then go and take the model, both model, or like take the scoped, move it to the old version, then do this, right? Do the soft wrap retopology, and then bring it back to the new version. I guess that's how I would do it then. But I guess the best way to avoid that problem is to just not use that many add-ons. What are you streaming on? Only YouTube? YouTube and Twitch. Setting that up and hitting render once would perhaps be more comfortable. Yeah, so we're gonna look into that in a second. Have I rendered all the scenes now? I think so. VFX line art is this one? Okay. Colors and background. Okay, I think that's all of them. VFX, colors, lines, background, good. Bring them all back. Where's the background? Hello? Oh. There you go. Good. Oh, this too. Good. Save that. Okay, let's see if we can do this for the next scene, which is scene 14. This one. OBS, yes, I'm using OBS. Restream is basically allows you to stream to the restream site, and then restream basically streams for you onto all the platforms that you have basically connected to it. Okay, so here we have multiple layers too. We have the foreground, which I guess would be this here. We have the background, and we have the colors and line art, as well as some VFX. No, actually no. In this case, we don't. But so let's see how we do this. So if you want to use layers, I'm curious. I don't know if I want to actually for this one. I guess we could say that this here in the front would be the VFX, and then the background is this here in the back. I think so. I think that's what I want to do. Is that actually... Oh. Okay. Yes. So, I guess the easiest one to set up is background. There you go. Skybox, as well as the back thing there. which is this, right? Yep. Put that in there. Background is there, good. Set it to blue. We also then have the base ground, which is not important. We don't have that in the scene. The VFX is also a part, which we can then just make yellow. It already fits, good. Then we have the line art, which should also be here, nice. The problem is we have the overpaint in the line art. So theoretically, I guess, let's put this down here. Okay, so overpaint is here. No, we need to, I think for this to work, we need to, separate overpaint into 2 layers. Otherwise, I don't think it works. Can you create a linked copy? You should be able to, right? Oh, it is already linked. I need to unlink it first. Okay. So if can I copy and then paste linked data block? I cannot. Okay, well, I guess I'll just paste it then. There you go. So we can then set it, for example, so that this one has the line art and this one has the fill. So if we do this line art. Okay. Wait, is there no line art? Oh, there is no line art. That doesn't make sense. Wait, is there really no line art? I guess so. Is there fill? There should be fill. Yes, fill exists. Okay. Okay, so I guess this one we don't actually need. So we can just delete this one. Delete this one again. And just hide line art and do this. And put this into colors. So this can go into colors already. Line art is this. Good. We have Deadpool in here into the colors too. Lights don't need to change. Line art is there, which is green. And that should be everything. So we have the colors. We have the background. We have the VFX. And we have the line art. Good. Let's also make sure that the... Actually, that's it. Yeah, just make sure that the monkey isn't being rendered. Good. Okay. Now we can set up view layers. So view layers basically kind of do the same that what we've done manually, but they do that automatically, I guess, if you set them up properly. In theory, okay. So if we can, for example, say like this is the full scene, right? So this is with everything enabled. Then if we go here and add a new one, let's just say new. There you go. Oh, right. I guess it's easier to just copy settings. There you go. This one will then be called, for example, background BG. There you go. And then we hide everything except for the background. Good. There you go. This basically means that this layer now only shows the background. This layer shows everything. And if we create another one, for example, and then say we call this one colors, we can hide everything that is not the colors, like line art, like VFX, making sure that the film is on, and then also making sure that the background is set to hold out. Oh, not the background, the VFX is set to background. Hold on. There you go. Okay. So now this layer, basically this view layer only shows the colors. This view layer only shows the background. This view layer shows everything. We need 2 more, one for the line art and one for the VFX. No, yes. Wait, yes. So another one. This one will be called line art. So everything except line art is gone. Perfect. And then one more. Oops. Call it VFX. There you go. And here everything is hidden except for the VFX. There you go. So now we have VFX, we have line art, we have colors, we have background, and then we have one with all of them. Now we can go into the compositor and we can see if we go into the compositor, we don't need this. In here, we can also select the layers. So this is basically the output of your render output. So if you were to render this now, this is going into the composite, so the output, and here you can basically now affect, I guess what we're basically doing here now is we're taking this, duplicating it like 4 times or so, and then for each one of these we want to select a different layer. So we want to have the background here, we want to have the colors here, the line art here, and then the VFX here. So theoretically now, if I were to render this, even just like this, right? If I say save, and then I render this image, it should now render each view layer. So here we had the full, here this is the background, this is the colors, this is the whatever, and this is, I don't even know what that is, what this is. VFX maybe? No. Oh, right. Nothing, right? Because nothing is input into the output node. So if we now, for example, look at the render result, the render result right here, this you can see, this is going to be what you see in the output node right here. If I plug in, for example, now the background, you can see, aha, this one contains the background. This one contains the colors. You can see the preview here too. This one contains the line art, and this one contains the VFX. What we want to do basically now is we want to set up the same saving structure, right? Saving them in the different folders, but in the compositor rather than the individually for each one here every time. So basically, I think I want to have one more here, which will be the full. There you go. Okay. And then we move this here over to there. So this now, the fully combined thing will be saved with this output right here. The output D blender so-and-so, right? So this will be saved in this, on this path, which is basically just scene 14 here, right? It will be saved in here. So it will replace these frames. But then we also want to create, of course, all the other frames for all the other view layers. And the way we can do that is we can use a output node, file output, and then if we extend it, ta-da, we can see this has the same output as it is right here. But we can now do this and connect all of these individual layers to one of these. So we can say that they're supposed to be saved differently or somewhere else than these ones. So in theory now, if I say frames and then say underscore background, for example, backslash scene, which one? 14. BG. There you go. This is going to be the node that we're going to connect into here. There you go. So now we're basically saying this layer, which is the background, is supposed to be saved in this path. And if we want to go in deeper in here, we can also change the file format. For example, in this case, JPEG is fine. We don't need any transparency. Hold on, let me go in here and change the... okay. There you go. Yes, so this one will now be saved in the background folder, scene 14 background, as a JPEG. If we duplicate this again, this thing you can see needs transparency, this layer. So we can switch this to PNG, for example, RGBA. The A at the end means alpha, aka transparency or opacity. And then we save this one somewhere else, which of course we want to save as colors first of all. And the folder will be colors too. There you go. And then if we plug this in here, this should now be saved. This layer should be saved as a PNG in this folder with this name. If you set this up for the other two too, call this, what was it again? Line art? Oops. Line art. There you go. This one will be VFX. VFX, okay. These three all need transparency, so they're all PNGs, which is fine. The settings should still be the same. They're just being saved in a different folder. So if you plug this in here now, in theory, this one will be saved in the main folder that is being determined right here. And these ones are being saved in whatever this node says. And now, if we render this, okay, we can do a test render, I guess. If we now just basically render one image, okay, there you go. It's going through all the render layers again. So this was the fill layer, this is the background layer, the next one is the color layer, and then the next one is the line art as well as the VFX. Oh, there's no VFX, so whatever. Oh no, there is, okay. So, and then this is what we see here. But if you theoretically go in here now, you can see it created all the folders right here automatically. And you can see the background is in the background. Oh, I made a mistake. Did I? Yes, I did. Here's a problem that I see, okay? Oh, actually no. So you can see it created a folder, but this is supposed to be the name of the file. So let's do this again. It shouldn't be that way. So there has to be something that I need to change here. The thing is, so for some reason, if I go into the file right here, it took the last input here as a folder, even though there's no backslash at the end, which is annoying. Maybe it helps if I go in here. No. Yeah, why is it saving it as a folder? Is there like a setting that I need to save as render? What does that mean? Oh, apply render part of display. What? Whatever. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's like a setting that I need to change, because we have the same structure here. We've used the same structure that I've typed in here for all the other files too, but in this case it doesn't work. Maybe that's just how the node works. Maybe there's something I need to change. Head through ground, question mark? No, he's just behind the ground. Okay, yeah, new angle drop, there you go. How to make static noise in Blender? You can use a, you can go into the texture here and use a noise texture. There you go, noise. And that should work. Yeah, so there's something I need to change here probably for this to work. No. Oh, one thing I want to check real quick. I want to render this again. Another thing I want to make sure that is correct. Going through the render again. Okay. Good. So we have the folders again. Something I also want to check is the background is saved here. Does it have the same name? No. See, so this image should have this name, but it doesn't. And that's what I want to figure out right now. What if I... Color management is fine. Oh, here it is. Ah, okay. So here you only type in the name. You type in the folder that you want to save it in. And then here you add the name. So this should be called Scene 14 BG. Okay. There you go. And this is basically now how it's supposed to be saved. And then if we do that for all the other ones too. Oh, I want to check something else. So I want to make sure that the other ones are PNGs. PNG. This one is a JPEG, right? Yep. This one is a PNG too. And this one is a PNG as well. Good. Okay. Okay, I think I fixed it. We fixed it. background is good. This one is the... Oh, let me just copy this. There you go. Put that in here. Okay. And this one is that. Call it that, which is line art. And one more here. So. Boom. Bam. VFX. Good. So this should work now. If I do this again, delete the folders, just why not? Make sure that it's clean. Render it again. Okay. You're my favorite YouTuber. I appreciate it. Welcome Basketball Edits. Hope you have a good day. Why are you rendering diff layers? To make the compositing afterwards easier. Oh, it's done, I think, yes. And now if we check, ta-da, we have folders. There it is. Nice. Okay, that works now, good. So now I want to make sure that I can apply this to each file as fast as possible. I guess what I could do is like, yeah, how could we, I guess you could group this. I'm wondering if I can somehow set this up faster. Like, can I somehow just take this and put it into another file? So I could turn this, for example, into a group. So that could work. I guess I could do that. I think so. So, file output. So this one is fine. If we think about all the layers that are theoretically in this, and we could use anywhere. So we always have colors, we always have the background, we always have line art. We don't always have VFX, but you know, it's good to have. Are there any more layers that I've added into any of these that I don't, like unique ones that I only have for a certain scene? Colors, line art, background. It seems like I only ever have 4. Background, colors, line art. Background, colors, line art, VFX. Yeah, so it's only ever these 4. So I guess I can just do this. Boom. Make it a group. What is this? Our group output? Nobody needs that. Okay. The thing now is, of course, it would be cool if I could also turn this into a variable that I can adjust with the group output, but that doesn't work. But I guess that's fine. Let's call this one BG. This one will be colors. Oops, colors. This one is, what's that, line art? And this one is VFX. So now theoretically what I could do is I could just take this. Let's call this render layer output. There you go. Okay. And I could just copy this over to any other file. And I guess that will work. Makes it maybe a bit faster, yeah. Okay. And then of course what I would always just have to do, which is kind of annoying, but I guess it's just how it works. I would always have to go in here and change this. Wait a second, can I do multiple? No, I can't. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to do it from what I can think of right now. Maybe I'll check it out a bit more later. Let me note that down as a potential speed thing. Hello? Oh. Look into automate render layer output. Okay. Yes. So now, theoretically, if we save this, we should be able to go into scene 14. Okay, there you go. delete this, why not? Just for presentation's sake. And then hit render animation. And then we see these ones, I guess, are not being changed. Let's just do this real quick. There you go. And now, theoretically, there you go. It starts rendering, and you can see folder, 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 folder. First image in there, first full image here, and now theoretically, we can watch this go through all the frames. Epic music drop at the same time as you figured it out. Welcome, Nicholas. Hope you have a good day. Yeah, see, another thing that I just had to go back on and make sure that I actually understand the thing that I dismissed before. And now hopefully we can save time in the future. I'm from Germany. This will take a bit since it's 110 frames. Do push-ups while it finishes. I mean, I'm actually, hold on. For speed up's sake, for research, let's go to Blender automatic render layers. Maybe there's an add-on for this. Nope. Let's see. No, this is all just questions. Add-on maybe? Render Set Pro, what is this? Render Manager. Oops. I was wondering why you had European time. So let's see, what is this? Are you often annoyed with rendering countless different variations of a scene? Render Set will save you many hours a week. No more waking up at 3 AM to start another render. Okay. What does it do? Change the context of your scene with a click of a button. These 4 render contexts each remember different cameras, worlds, collections, frames, and settings. Render context can be both a still image or animation. Okay. A render context will remember almost anything. Oh, that actually is pretty useful, actually. You can basically set up certain or different, what would you call this? Like setups up here. Different setups. It's kind of similar to render layers, I guess. Once you see in context already, just press render all and let render set do its magic, okay? So that's not really what I'm looking for. User interface, cool. Pricing options. Oh, that's not really what I need. Okay, so this is a bit different. Aha. "2020 might not work anymore, but an easy and fast setup for render layers, off render layer, and file output nodes." Ah, good. Works in Blender 2.83 or later. Okay. Let's see. Oh, wow. Do we have a video for this? Aha. So here are view layers, good. Oh, okay. Okay. maybe this could be faster, but I feel like if once I have my group, at least for this animation, it wouldn't really help too much more. It's also, yeah. Maybe this is a bit too elaborate for what I need. Render plus. And that makes your batch rendering easy. Okay. What does it do? Okay. I don't think that's going to be that useful. Because this one basically just allows you to change these settings that you can only really have one of. And then allows you to have like a sequence of how the settings are supposed to change for the next time you render the scene, which is a bit different. Something that I definitely want to note down is I probably want to have different render presets. You can do that here, for example, in the settings here, as you can see. Wait, where is this again? Wasn't there like a preset thing? Hold on. Maybe not for this. What is this? Yeah, so you can have presets, but apparently not for the total settings here. It would be cool if you could have like presets for like all the render settings I've set here, for example. But that apparently that only works for ray tracing. Here you can have something though. You could change different formats like this, right? So you could create your own formats, and then you don't have to set this up every time. Would be pretty useful. Yeah, like I could create like an anime format so that it automatically sets like 24 FPS, for example, and then like a whatever format for other stuff. Let me let me set that up here. Oh, not here. There it is. Do not speed your renders, you're shortening your break this way. Well, right now I'm not really taking a break, right? I'm just waiting. So I would like this to go faster. Let me say set up presets in Blender. Setting presets. I guess this right now, while we're rendering this, whenever we're rendering this, would be a good time for, I don't know, if you have any questions you ever wanted to ask me, you can ask them now, since we're just waiting for this to be done. We're halfway through, so you have some more time. Format. Maybe ray amount. Okay. You can hurt your back by shortening renders. Okay. Yeah, let me actually, you know what I want to do right now? Since this is still going to take a bit, I want to look at the, you can see here how far we are. It is at 52 out of 110. I want to go to the Blender market thing here and set it to, is there like a productivity section? Or like automation? I guess it should be in add-ons, right? What is a VSE? Okay. Render setups. Okay. Animation, import, export. I guess maybe import, export. Let's see what we can find here. Wait, what? That's not import, export. Wait, hold on a second. Blender render queue. Instant clean. Yep, I know that one. No, I have a different one. I want to see all of them. Blender share. What is this? Oh, okay. A bit different than I think. Do you recycle bottles? Yes. Oh, Ref Pro, what is this? I guess I don't really need references. We get money back for recycling, so yes, we do that. If the bottle has like a certain mark on it, like a little seal. Welcome Daniel, hope you have a good day. Compositing is the most fun part of a project in my opinion. Can make the scenes look so much better with just filters and such. Yeah, I need to look into that more. I haven't really done compositing a lot yet. I think at this point I'm at a point where like, you know, for every learning curve or for every thing you do, right, there's like this improvement curve that gets less and less like to get like 50%, like to get to 50% of something, of creating something in 3D, for example, it takes you like, I don't know, 100 hours, and then to go from 50 to 85 it takes you 100 hours, and then from 85 to 95 it takes you 100 hours, and then from 95 to 99% it takes you 100 hours. So it takes you less and more time to get just a little bit better, and I feel like I've reached quite a high point for the 3D aspect of it, but the compositing I feel like I'm still at like 50%. So there's still a lot more that I can improve there. And I think if I focus a bit more on compositing and in you know, getting better at it, and, you know, learning more about it, I can actually quite drastically improve the final outputs, the final renders. $0.25 is worth the bargain. Yeah, I mean 25 cents for each bottle if you have like 15 or so, right? Pretty good. I don't really drink any bottles, really. I only really drink water from the tap, right? Tap water. Unfortunately, our tap water is nice and clean, so I can do that. So in theory, I don't have any like bottle waste. Yeah, but you know, if you have some, you can get some money back. Creates custom workspace for 2D and 3D image reference modeling, import folders. Okay, I feel like I'm kind of satisfied with my reference thing. How I set up my references. Email and text alerts for renders. Okay. Batch export. Let's check this one out. Welcome Dark Aqua. Hope you have a good day. Welcome Pursuit. Used to make Google Cardboard VR, cutting bottle around and dropping water droplets, sealing and making lens for the Cardboard VR. Oh. Excited to see the stream. Welcome. How's your day so far? Pretty good. I'm happy that this project is basically done in terms of creation. Now it's just about creating the video, and that is kind of like another new project, which is fun. So I'm excited for it. Excited for the video itself. Okay, a simple and effective approach to managing your files. Send the module kits without altering the scene. Automatically offset chosen objects for baking. Okay. Set custom directories for exports. Easily manage export names. Interesting. Let's watch the video. Oh, it's a 12 minute video. Export formats and formats, whatever. Here's something I wanted to check out. Actually, I don't know if it's going to be that useful here. I'll check it out later. This could be useful. I don't know exactly though. I could put it into my temporary folder. I have some like saved Blender add-ons that are interesting in here. Let me put this in here too. Temporary. Okay. What else do we have here? Rename. What is this? Streamline your Blender workflow. Introducing Rename, the simple yet powerful Blender add-on that revolutionizes your file management process. Okay. Say goodbye to the hassle of switching between Blender and your File Explorer just to rename a file. Okay. Let's check it out. Okay, he opens a blend file. Next. Cool. File. Oh, rename. Cool. Okay. I guess that's not really that useful for me, at least. I don't really name my things that much. Yeah, it's not really a huge thing. What is this? New camera setup. Yeah, it's just so you can see the this part here, which is important for the render layers or like rendering. What are your thoughts on UV Pack Master Pro? Have you tried it? Do you use it? I do have it. It can be pretty useful. Sometimes it does like weird things, but it can be like if you just have like it gives you a good baseline that you can then adjust afterwards. Another good useful one is, what was the other one? Quad UV or something like that. Let me check it out real quick, which is, oh, I don't know if I can do this right now. Oh, right here. The other one is UV squares, really useful. It basically just turns your UVs into squares. Really useful, for example, for clothing. When you model clothing and then you unwrap it, it's usually kind of warped. Even though, like, if you have a scarf, for example, it's basically just like a long rectangle that you wrap around your character's body, for example. And even if you unwrap that scarf that is wrapped around the character's body, it's going to be a little bit warped. With the UV squares, you can turn it back into the rectangle that it originally was. Really useful for clothing. Yeah, here it is, UV Pack Master. And then the other one, Magic UVs, which I think can save or like can do a few things that you can't do normally in Blender. I think I don't really do UV unwrapping that much, or like complex UV unwrapping, so I don't use these things too much. But they help me from time to time. So it's I definitely have them. What is this? It's creating multiple 3D characters and models smoother and faster. Uses the PyGem library to help you retarget bones and deform meshes with precision. This tool is great for anyone who wants to create multiple characters efficiently. Okay. Transform and retarget multiple armatures. Okay. Ensure consistent deformation by quickly transferring vertex weights between meshes. Wait. Oh, we're done. Nice. Shape key transfer. Oh, interesting. Okay. I guess it's really that useful for me at least right now. Okay, we'll look into this later once we have the next render set up. So yeah, now we have set up a good render setup here. Now I want to see if I can how fast we can set this up for the next scene. So basically, I go in here, open the new file, which is 15. This one. Boom. Okay. There you go. Pretty simple scene. Let's set it up first, and then we can do the... Oh, I guess we could do it right now. No, we're gonna do it through the whole process, just to make sure that we do everything how we would do it normally. So, first of all, we need to create the render layers. Light paint add-on. What does that do? Okay, so we have the full layer here. Let's set this up properly. VFX should be already set up, right? Let's see. It's a very, very simple render, so there shouldn't be any crazy stuff. Okay. Is this already... Oh. I've noticed that it gets a bit worse when I actually render it with higher resolution, so I might just render it with 0. See how this looks much better than before. So I might actually just stick with this. See how it gets like this kind of glitchiness there. Or maybe, let's see. So this is the VFX, which should also include the sword glow. Which means if we go here, oh, there it is, blade glow. We put that in there. Okay. So that's everything. Good. Should we put the... No, the background would probably be that. Okay. Put that away. Okay, so the VFX is this, right? The sparks as well as this thing down here. And the glow. Then we also have the colors. I guess theoretically we could have line art here, but I haven't added it. Which should be fine. Colors. Actually, we kind of need line art. Maybe we can add it automatically. Okay. Yep, colors is red. Colors would of course just be Deadpool. Boom. Okay. So if we hide this, you can see the sword is gone. Nice. This should also fix like this jitteriness. If we just put the VFX on top of the sword, then the sword will be behind this, right? Which should make this work too. Good. And then we also have a background. PG. Make it blue. And then also, oh, we have these motion blur lines, which should be part of the background. So now we just put these into the background as well as the floor. There you go. So the background is here. Now we basically just need to... What is this? Oh, right, the smoke. Okay. Oh, set the film transparent. And that should be it. Good. So, I'm thinking right now whether I need one more. Oh, line art, right. Let's see if the line art, we can create line art here. If I enable line art, nothing happens, but that's fine. We don't need manual, we don't need outline. Okay. We only need the inline theoretically. So if we were to clear this, you can see a line right there. Let me show the background. So there's a line, but the line is being obstructed. I think we can fix that though. occlusion. There you go. Level. That doesn't work, I think. Maybe. No. Yeah, it doesn't work as well as I would like. I wish we could just disable occlusion. Maybe we can do it if we use object instead of that. We select object and then only really select Deadpool sword, which should be in here. Deadpool outlined. We have the katana. This should be the blade. That's the wrong one. R, this one. I think if we pull this in here, does that work? Aha. Okay, so it's outlined again, but the opacity or the occlusion is still here. Here's something interesting that we can do. No, this is gonna be too complex. We could use a material mask, but that is like super complex. This could work if I hide the VFX. So for example, now if I hide the VFX, which is kind of covering this, you can see if I go into solid view what the problem is. These are covering the sword, which is why the line art doesn't go in front of it. If I now, for example, go here and remove the VFX, you can see nothing changed. But if I remove the frame, you can see now it is actually fully there. I don't know what these lines are, but they're there. Oh, they're intersections. Let me change that real quick. Set it to silhouette. Okay, there you go. So what if I just bake this real quick? Just gonna bake this real quick. Hopefully this doesn't crash now, would be really annoying. I'm just gonna save, why not? Okay. Okay, there you go. So we have the line art now here. Right there. And then if we bring back the VFX, you can see it's kind of covering the VFX, but that's fine. We're going to just put the VFX layer in front of the... No, that doesn't work. No, it does. Does it? Yes, it does. Okay. Wait, does it? I don't know. Oh, I think I need to put this also onto the ground. The background. The line down here, that should be easier. Let me do that real quick. Okay. Thinking in real time. We have this one. Yeah, this one needs to be on the background too. Just for this to work well. Okay. Here you go. We have the background. We have the colors. We have the VFX. And then the line art. Yes, good. So, now we can set up the things. So first of all, we have the background. There you go. We also have the, oops. We also have the colors. Background cannot go. We need to make it so VFX can go for sure. Colors can stay. Line art can also go. Let's make this one green. And then the background needs to be a holdout. Because otherwise, if we just hide this, you can see the sword. Oh. Wait, what? Whatever. I'm just going to set this to holdout. There you go. Okay. Good. So this is fine. The background is good. Oh, we need, yeah, good. The colors are good. There you go. We also need the line art. Line art, which should be background Everything gone except for this line. Good. We also, maybe what we could do, never mind, that doesn't work. So this is fine. And then the last one we need is the VFX. So VFX. Background can go, no, background needs to be holdout again. Colors can go, and line art can go. There you go. So we only have this. Okay, good. Now that we have all of these, we can go back into the thing here, remove this, duplicate these. Boom. Set it to PG. Colors. Line art and VFX. Save this. And then we need to append the previous file, which should be 14. We need to go into 14. Append. What are we trying to append? A node tree? No. A node group. Where are node groups again? Scene? No. Wait, can't you append the node group? There should be a way, I just don't remember how. Material. You can do, no. Selection, no. Oh, here, right? There it is, render layer output. Okay, put that in here. So we have that in this file now too. So we copied it from the previous file to this one. Group, render layer output. There you go. And then we put it in here. Background into background. Color into color. Line art into line art. And lastly, VFX into VFX. But of course, this is not done yet. We also need to change the this right here. I guess we can do it over here. So we have this background, which should be not, should be 15. 15. 15 and 15. I guess I would have to kind of time doing it manually and not manually to see if it's faster, but I feel like it's faster. There you go. And then theoretically, if we save this, my folder structure doesn't get nuked and everything is fine. Let's see. Just delete all of this. Okay. Okay. PNG, 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 good. Okay, let's see if it works. The filter node in Blender surprised me. Really liked the diamond sharpen and shadow on low values. Not sure if it would look good on a scene you want to look sleek and clean like anime. Yeah, I might actually look more into the compositor in general too. Maybe there's some stuff you could do there. Let me do that real quick. Things to check / review. Blender compositor for automation. And the cool thing is, something you could do theoretically is you could create, you could save the base file. You could save this group in your base file, which then means that every new file you create with that, what's it called again, preset or whatever, like file, startup file, whatever. If they have that group, then you will always in any other file that you're creating also have that group, which is useful. Well, anybody identified you as Noggy while you were just chilling outside? Nope. What do you think about Unreal for animation? There's now one-click rig extension, and they added some motion graphics tools in the last versions. I've seen some good animations made in Unreal, so it's not like, you know, Unreal, I guess, becomes more and more of a universal tool than just a game engine, for example. And you have to think, you know, like all the, I guess that would be kind of different. I was thinking like Unreal, like any game that is made in Unreal or in any game engine where you have cutscenes, those are also animations theoretically, right? But you wouldn't call that like creating animations in Unreal. How close are we to compositing this? I think after this scene we can get into compositing. I just want to render this one. I wanted to go in the first half, kind of go through the how to set up, you know, your render, and then afterwards how to, yeah, doing the actual compositing. That's sad. Why is that sad? I feel like you only really get recognized at like 1 million subscribers or so. Like, or like, I guess it depends on the views more than subscribers. But also I'm, you know, speaking English and I'm living in Germany. Most people don't watch English videos, or like, I guess maybe younger people, but like most people I would say still don't watch what's it called again? English videos in Germany. So it's kind of like I'm living where my audience isn't. Yeah, like if you think about a video like that has 800,000 views, for example, let's see,